it's Taliba. So this week we have really been having some honest, impactful conversations with business owners. On Tuesday, we had our session at the Mouse College Women Business Center with the Capital Readiness Lab. And today, I just finished up a session with Center 4 of the Elevate by Grameen cohort of ladies here in Birmingham. And I really just felt compelled to extend the conversations that we've been having this week to you, to invite you to some of the things that we've been talking about and that have been shared in our dialogues. And one of the things that I led with was the importance of us as business owners not being tone deaf to what we're experiencing in light of what I'll label as the chaos that's currently going on in the general economy, all the way down to our individual households and our capabilities to sustain our businesses. And one of the takeaways that came out of both conversations that I want to extend to you guys on the social timeline is, even in the midst of chaos, let's focus on those things that we can control in our business. So we did an exercise with one column listing all the things that we know, particularly customized to our lives, are definitively in that chaos column for you right now, right? We had that exercise. What's chaos right now for you? And what that did was it allowed us to sit in it, to recognize that, hey, these are actual things that's going on, but to talk about it, but most importantly, to talk about it in a circle of like-minded business owners that will allow you your space, but then also pour into you. And then in that exercise of labeling what is the blatantly obvious chaos in our lives right now, we talked about another column of control. Now let's list the things that we can control in our business right now, in our lives right now. And that exercise, believe it or not, if you trust me, it will unlock something in your mindset. It will unlock something in your daily attitude right now. It'll unlock something in perhaps an obstacle that that you may currently be experiencing that you feel like is actually out of your control. But some of the takeaways that I want to get you to even share with me below this video when you do the exercise of what's chaos and what is control is, when you identify those things that you can control, can I slide my recommendation in there? And this is probably going to be blatantly obvious as your tax accountant, but you can control looking at your numbers. And this is not tone deaf. This is not something that it's time to run away from just because you don't like those numbers. Or it could be that you like those numbers. You like the gross revenue. You like the gross expenses. You like that net income. My point is that in the midst of chaos, search for those things that you can control. And trust me when I say that stabilizing your business starts with knowing your numbers. Peeling back the curtain of things that you didn't even want to look at them. I mean, even if it's a few dollars, take control of your bank account activity. Look at it. Be able to distinguish those necessary expenses and those unnecessary expenses. Look at those numbers. Don't let it be this gray area that is causing you anxiety because you're just kind of overwhelmed and flying by without looking at those numbers. The other really important point that we talked about, particularly with the Mouse College Women Business Center, that I thought was just, again, got to share it with everybody. But we also had the perspective of, well, hey, there's chaos going on right now. And as a business owner, how can I help that and mitigate the fact that I actually am a business owner that needs revenue myself? So it's like I have services. The way my budget's set up, I can't discount those services. Or, the way my budget's set up, I could possibly discount, my meals, but I am a business owner. And I have to say, that's okay too. Because what you're doing is you're acknowledging the obvious, is that when it comes to being a business owner, and especially if that business is your sole source of revenue, you do have to keep that in mind. So going back to the numbers, how do you play your role as a business owner in this chaos to stabilize your business, as well as to address what you're doing in your community, in your client population, to assist and be aware of the fact that people are hurting and may not be able to afford your services or may not be able to afford your products. And there is a blend. But in essence, what I'm saying is, don't shy away from how these real conversations really center to those numbers, really center to not doing this and saying, you know what, I know it's no money in there, or it's little money in there, I don't want to see it, or I know my sales are slow, I don't want to see it. See it. See it. Do the columns of chaos and control. Take control over whatever that reality is right now that is yours. And then navigate through it with the clarity of looking at those things and not fearing them will provide. Get yourself into a circle of like-minded business owners, a professional that will sit with you and help you navigate through those things of, well, how does my business play a role in community support, but also be able to feed my family, and all of those things that that business owners are currently feeling at the moment. But again, I appreciate the conversations that we've had. We also, with the Elevate by Grameen group, we talked about building business credit. And guess what? It's not tone deaf to continue working on your business, especially in Q4, in the middle of chaos, as we're going into 2026. It's not tone deaf to start studying on things that you don't know that can help prepare you to go into 2026. So I wanted to pop in here and share that, just because I have appreciated the opportunity to serve in my calling on being the numbers girl, in talking to business owners who are living in chaos, trying to stabilize their businesses, their household in the middle of chaos. And I just wanted to share, again, from a numbers perspective, what I invite you to give it a try on, and that is not allowing the chaos to remove you from knowing your numbers and to remove you from doing those exercises where you are sitting in the reality, but you're charting out a plan based upon whatever your current reality is. All right. I'll see y'all in a little bit.